Hi, everybody. So this episode of Chat with Kat is really important, so don't scroll. You got to stay and listen. Today is Disability Voters' Rights Day, and I cannot think of a more important day of the year, considering that we are in the midst of the most iconic, transformational election, at least in my lifetime so far. So I just wanted to start with that and let you all know that this is not to sway your opinion either way. I've learned that in the last election that people are very mean. So I'm not here to do that, but I just wanted to take a moment and let you know that there are people that are on the ticket that feel that people like me should not have as much of a voice. And that does not sit well with me because, as you know, I like to talk a lot. And I'm very passionate about the work that I do as an advocate. So I would just encourage you to look beyond personalities and beyond what you are, accustomed to leaning towards as far as an election goes, and really think about people and how other people outside of your circle will be affected in this election. So that is what I wanted to say about that. I'm also want to give a shout out to a dear friend from elementary school, Katie Gagan, and her mom, Joanne. They, for my entire life, have been so kind to me and so accepting of me, which was not easy growing up in the town that I grew up in, where a lot of the messages that were shown to me by adults were that I was a liability, that I didn't belong, and just really not very welcoming things. And these were said to me in the context of summer camp and Girl Scouts and school trips, all telling me like you can't be involved in certain activities because you're a liability or you don't belong or whatever. Not that they would say I don't belong, but indirectly that's what it made me feel. So the fact that both Katie and her mom have always been the opposite of that and have always shown such grace and warmth and acceptance of me is something that I wanted to highlight today, because I had written something on Facebook earlier that immediately Joanne had put a very warm and lovely comment on, and I just wanted to thank her for that. And I also wanted to shout out my sister, Mariana, who I mentioned yesterday normally sends me very happy things about my childhood and so forth. But today she actually sent me something pretty disturbing. And I just want you guys to take this with a grain of salt when you hear it, that a person living with a disability, I'm not sure which one, had posted about an experience that they had when they were 10 years old, that their school had their very first active shooter drill. And because this person is in a power chair, they were told by the teacher and the students that they had to wait out in the hall because they all needed to go in the closet. Now, that in itself blows my mind, because why not just get someone to help this person lift them into the closet along with the rest of the kids and keep them safe, and even put the power chair as a way to block the door? not much thinking was going on there. But what really hurt me in this situation was when they expressed their sadness and their fear in this situation. Their peers and their teacher dismissed it and was like, oh, it's no big deal. Cut to 3 years after that, there was a threat for an active shooter in that school, and luckily it ended up not being anything, but they did place her in the hall. So why am I saying all this? I am saying this because, again, we are in such a pivotal moment in society, and all lives matter. And I'm not saying that, in a way to discard the whole Black Lives Matter movement, but I really want you to understand that disability lives matter. Sorry, I'm getting really emotional about it because that really hit me hard to go from such a warm message from someone that I've known for so long, and then seeing and really feeling like, wow, my work matters and things are changing in a positive direction, and there's people like the Gagans who are so awesome and are true believers of inclusion, to then receiving this really disturbing post from my sister that made me realize that I still have so much work to do in making sure that our lives matter and that our lives are safe and that we have the same feelings of worth that other people have. So, my experience of being told that I was a liability and so forth, that was damaging enough. That took a lot of years to deprogram in my brain that I'm not supposed to be in certain scenarios and that I don't deserve to live a well-rounded life. But I'm very grateful that I've never experienced a situation where I was put in a dangerous situation because people did not want to accommodate me. So yeah, I just wanted to say my deepest sorry to the person that made the post, and I will continue to fight for you. I will continue to fight for all of us to be seen as equals. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.